Well, hey there, and hello, and welcome to the living room of the dollhouse for another reading from The Secret Language of Birthdays by Gary Goldschneider and you Stelfers for August 25th, the day of social ideals. And here at the top of the page for the day of social ideals, what do we have us here? What could it be? Well, it's a medieval township, I would reckon. You can't quite see it because of the way the racked focus in my underexposed face is, but it's there, and maybe we shall see why they chose such a representational image. Sometimes it's hard to connect the dots, but other times they're there. In any event, hey, more importantly, let's dive in with why we're here. To wish you a happy birthday. That's right. Is it August 27th and it's your birthday today? Well, if it is, happy birthday. And if this video finds you long or shortly after that already occurred, well, I hope you had a happy birthday, all right? And for everyone else who's just joining us, to wish August 27th people a happy birthday, I want to say hello and welcome, and I hope you enjoy yourself. Now, real quick, hopefully, before we dive in with the birthday read directly, let's roll some dice. This is the DykASSt birthday cast, so we got to live up to the namesake, right? But more importantly, let's do it for synchronicity's sake. And folks, what do we roll us today? A 6 and a 3. That's right, a 6 and a 3 for 9. How about that? Okay. What is synchronicity, you may be wondering? Well, simple. It's just you going out into the world and putting your faith in the universe to show you it's there with you on your path. And how do you do that? Well, just by looking for and chasing down these numbers. That's right. It could be as simple as the number 9 bus, so the number 63 bus. You see it, oh shoot, there's our numbers. Boom, you get on. And how long do you ride it? Until you see another sign. It could be the next stop, which is the 9th stop or the 6th stop. You just got to go off those signs. Or maybe you see somebody with a football jersey, the number 9, and they getting off. Well, hey, we're getting off too. And then you just, you get your own dice potentially. And you see how long you're going to go down these different paths and chasing after these signs. And see how long maybe you follow that gentleman or woman. See where they go. Or maybe you happen upon a shop with a 36 in the address there, and you stop in and you tell them what you're doing, and you know what? You show them this video, and maybe that person joins you. Maybe they flip that open sign to close, and it's something simple, but maybe you just made a new friend. And you know what? That's what all of this could be about. Simple little things that open up your world and show the universe, let the universe show you that it's with you on your path. All right. That's how I understand it. But in any event, let's dive in with your birthday read. All right. Your month is August, your day the 27th, and your sign is 3 to 5 degrees Virgo of the Virgo I period. And your quality and element is mutable earth. All right. August 27th, the day of social ideals. No matter what their station in life, those born on August 27 tend to identify with the common man, the underdog, and the downtrodden. They are painfully aware of the inadequacies of this world, and therefore, as regards everyday life, they are constantly asking themselves how it may be bettered. Though their upholding of ideals may be unselfish, however, many born in this day do have a personal stake in the admiration or even the adulation they receive from those whom they nurture or defend. August 27 people run the gamut from intellectuals and idea people who value principles for their own sake, to the more pragmatic types who focus is on impacting in a tangible way on the life around them. For both types, however, it is human nature and human needs, both material and spiritual, that concerns them. Also, for both types, the same danger presents itself, that in confronting the shortcomings of the world, they may grow frustrated or negative. And many August 27 people need to feel that they are indispensable to the well-being of their family or social group. Indeed, they cannot suffer the thought that things will run smoothly without them. However, the more highly evolved of this day gradually develop an ever greater capacity for unconditional giving, asking few rewards, if any, in return for their help. So basic is social involvement to August 27 people's lives that they are rarely successful when they devote themselves to furthering an isolated career, accumulating power for its own sake, or amassing wealth. Excessive power drives usually lead those born on this day to breakdowns and the frustrations of their schemes and plans. It is essential that such August 27 people realize how intimately their fate is tied up with that of their fellow human beings, and put to use their remarkable social skills. There is a type of August 27 person who, in youth, is confronted with the hard realities of this world, and thus suppresses, even eradicates, his or her idealistic nature. Indeed, no one may know this person to be an idealist, but though such a person has no illusions about the kindness of the world, and may indeed be quite cynical about human nature, he or she usually retains an individual notion of being a stand-up person, and can still contribute in a pragmatic way to the well-being of others. And this day holds the promise of tremendous spiritual evolution and growth, but equally the danger of succumbing to ego temptations. And the choice clearly lies with the August 27th person, and those born on this day who are prone to depression and negative thinking, so-called realists who are in fact pessimists, would do well to roll up their shirt sleeves and pitch in to help the common good of their family and friends. Joining a club or social group or institution that works for the betterment of the community is strongly advised for them, so that they may realize their human potential. Well, all right, how about that for a breakdown, all right? They almost use the whole page for it, something they don't often do. In any event, let's dive in with some notes, see what I had to say about the breakdown. All right, August 27 identifies with the common man and those down on their luck, no matter their standing in life. All right out the gate, the reading leads with a trait that I'd argue not many folks have, especially this day and age where preconceived judgments seem to rue the day. That said, I'm not sure how to interpret the idea of there being a stake put on the admiration one receives for what I'm guessing are good deeds associated with helping the downtrodden. Is it a personal fulfillment that they feel, or that you feel perhaps, or something that they say to advertise and curry some kind of further advantage, and make themselves look good? I'm going to err on the side of personal fulfillment, all right, and my overthinking the grammar, as the reading also relates human nature and needs concern you, all right? But it does bring into question the idea of being altruistic anonymously or letting it be known, and its value if it's advertised. You can argue one way or the other, can't you? It's interesting. But if you also grow frustrated with the negatives of this world, I have a good guess what's in your heart regardless, okay? So keep doing what you do best. If what you do best is what's outlined in the book, because it has value. Okay, that's what I say. And don't let other people questioning the validity of altruism affect you, which I reckon you might have to endure on occasion if your life does line up with how it's outlined in the book. I'd say. So be that highly evolved type who has found their joy in their talent and a synthesis with their fellow human beings. I also say that, all right? Especially if everything else does in fact seem to materialize as a hard-fought, unsuccessful battle. They said most folks who venture out on their own and don't double down on helping others out aren't usually very successful. So if that's the case, if you find that your life is just a constant struggle and everything's fighting you, maybe lean the other way for a little bit and see what happens. You might find there's some value in that. Who's to say, as I often like to say. Though it's interesting and notable, they mention the sort who has their idealism repressed. I think this is an interesting note. I don't think I would have considered as much, as if you are one hearing as much, it might just help you realize a whole different side of yourself. All right, hey, maybe this natural desire to help isn't there because something pushed it down or erased it. And if maybe just hearing that and make you reconsider things and open you up to a whole new world you never thought possible. Who's to say? I just thought it was interesting that they mentioned that, and I thought it was worth commenting on for sure. All right, so in any event, now that I've gone through the breakdown with my notes, let's move on to your numbers and your planets. Those born on the 27th of the month are ruled by the number 9, as 2 plus 7 equals 9, and by the planet Mars. The number 9 is powerful in its influence on other numbers, as any number added to 9 yields that number, e.g. 5 plus 9 equals 14, and 4 plus 1 equals 5. And any number multiplied by 9 yields a 9, e.g. 9 times 5 is 45, and 4 plus 5 is 9. And August 27 people are similarly able to influence those around them. The planet Mars is forceful and aggressive, embodying male energy, and thus August 27 women may seem pushy to those who have traditional ideas regarding female roles and behavior. The combined influence of Mars with Mercury, the ruler of Virgo, grants insight, but also abrupt and argumentative tendencies as well. Interesting. You know what else is interesting? We rolled a 9, folks. So you ruled by the number 9. How about that for some asynchronicity there? That's right. Hey, what I have to say about your numbers and your planets? Let's refer to the notes here. How about that for some synchronicity? Shoot. The planet Mars and the number 9 for that male god of war energy and the maths, the 9 plus 9 and all that stuff, that represents the capacity to have an interconnected influence on others. All right. That's very interesting here. It says that's what you do best, and that's the number you drew. The influence of Mercury granting abrupt, argumentative tendencies, what with its coupling with Mars, is interesting. But considering Mercury represents quickness of thought and mental process, it might stand to reason that you have convictions for your ideas, thoughts, and what you hold or know to be true. And maybe knowing and hearing as much might also help you be mindful of as much, as we previously mentioned, as arguments are often cringeworthy and kept light, if not avoided at all, at least in my mind. So, hey, that's what I had to say about your numbers and your planets. Hold fast on the arguments, if and you can. That's right. How about those powerful women? Yeah. All right, hey, let's dive in with your tarot card. Yes, sir or ma'am. One of the more eclectic metaphysical ideologies in my mind, but hey, it's fun. It's in the book, so let's see what they have to say. The 9th card of the major arcana is the Hermit, who walks carrying a lantern and a stick, and he represents meditation, isolation, and silence. And the card signifies crystallized wisdom and ultimate discipline. And the Hermit is a taskmaster who uses conscience to keep others on their path. And the positive side of this card is stick-to-itiveness, purpose, profundity, and concentration. And negative meanings include dogmatism, intolerance, mistrust, and discouragement. August 27 people should learn from it the importance of periodic withdrawal from the world for the purpose of examining their values and ideals. Well, all right, what I have to say about your tarot. Let's see here. The Hermit for crystallized wisdom, meditation, and silence. Yes, sir. Or ma'am. Mars Mercury isn't going to like the silence one, is it? Oh, or the concentration, or the meditation, perhaps. Any event, I would argue. If you like. And it says you do like to argue, All right. My delivery of that was horrible. Let's see here. Mind you, consider drilling down on some self-reflection. We all can stand to do some self-reflection so as to crystallize that wisdom and exercise that patience. All right. It's a muscle that always needs exercised for sure, assuming you don't already, right? Or even if you probably don't even need to, right? Naturally. That's right. Okay. But I will say, seriously, the world needs highly evolved folks of your ilk. And it sounds as though it would benefit you as well, just to center yourself, right? Getting all that garbage out of the way, right? And if you got the god of war on your side, you know there's going to be some pent up energy, right? One might argue. All right. If you like. And it says you do. All right. All right. That was better, even though you saw it coming. All right. Hey, let's dive in with your health. Those born on August 27th are often completely uninterested in their own physical health or appearance. Even worse, many run themselves down through excessive work done for others. And if those born on this day come to feel unappreciated, they must beware of depressions, which can come on rather suddenly. For example, when an August 27th parent's children grow up and he or she doesn't feel needed anymore. And for those born on this day, good health is directly related to the stability of their inner spiritual and religious values, but also, of course, to their ability to maintain sound dietary, sleep, and exercise habits. Avoiding alcohol at times of depression is important for them. Well, all right. What do I have to say about your health here? Hey now, don't be uninterested in your health, at least not to the extent you don't keep yourself tip-top, okay? There's uninterested and there's disinterested, I think. So don't be the unhealthy one, whichever one's the worst. As for depression, hey, it's normal, all right? It is by my mind. And the way I cope with it myself is let it have its time. Then move on, all right? You give it its time, then you move on. You get on with your day. Because you know what? It's going to come back and it's going to get its time again. But I figure if you let it have its time, sometimes you can get something from that. You can discover things you might not have discovered otherwise because you weren't down in the doldrums exploring any of that. So use it as a tool also. You might as well, because what else are you doing except enduring the nonsense, right? Or the hurt, the pain, or whatever it is. So yeah, use it as a tool. Find something of value. And then get on with your day. Because you know what? You can't let it rule over you, all right? But yeah, you know you're going to endure it, so at least flourish in it for 10 minutes. Then get on with it. You get the point. All right, hey, let's dive in with some advice. Yeah, I'm not here giving advice. I'm just telling you what works for me, my mindset and philosophy for it. Maybe it'll help you out. So here's your advice. Don't wallow in your personal problems. If you're not helping others, begin at once. All right, the energy you receive from these endeavors will light your way and help you find your place in the world. And don't allow fixed ideals to limit your thinking and creativity. All right, how about that for some advice? Real quick, down and dirty. But it's huge advice. That's what I wrote here in the notes. Don't wallow. Like I said, let depression have its moment and then get out of there. Get your insight from it and get out, but only for a limited time, all right? And use it to your evolution. I said all this before, so you can bring that light of yours into the world even brighter. Hopefully. Yeah, that's right. We gotta, it's a, what do you call it? It's a constant process. And sometimes we make pitfalls. Sometimes we gotta climb out of that pit, keep going, even though it didn't seem like we got anywhere. But you know what? Now you have the experience climbing out of that pit, don't you? You did get something out of it. In any event, hey, let's move on to your strengths and your weaknesses. All right, yeah. Your strengths. You're socially aware. You're caring. You're idealistic. Or is it idealistic? Well, you get it. And your weaknesses. Are you ready? Over-involved, depressive, and stress-prone. Oh, stress-prone. Maybe that's that Mars energy there. It's hard to deal with sometimes. In any event, yeah, we got into the depressive one. We drilled down on that one, so you know what to do there. Or at least you know what to try, right? And as for stress, be the hermit. Find your silence, right? Meditate. Crystallize that wisdom. That's right. Okay, hey, let's move on to those born on this day, all right? We see who shares your company, right? I also like to take a moment to just speak to the fact that, like, I go out into the world and I meet folks and I ask them what they do, and more importantly, if they like it. And a lot of times they don't like what they do. They just got out of college, or they didn't go to college. They had to dive right into a career to support a family, find some security, and they just didn't have time to find what they like to do. a common thing. But you know what? We should enjoy our lives. Not to say you don't enjoy life, but maybe you don't enjoy that one facet of it. That thing you got to get up in the morning to do every day. So let's find out what those who are known for this birthday did in their lives. It might not have been their passion, but it's what put them on the map. And we can't say it wasn't their passion. So, but the point is, maybe if you find yourself in the same pitfall, so to speak, you can draw some inspiration from it. So, in the very least, we get to see what lottery you drew and who shares your company. All right, those born on this day. And we start off with the very altruistic Mother Teresa, all right? The Yugoslavian-born, Nobel Prize-winning nun and the founder of Missionaries of Charity. We also have George Hegel, the German philosopher and historical theorist, responsible for the dialectic. I think someone else was too, but he put it together, right? He put the thesis and the antithesis together for the synthesis. Yeah. All right, George Hegel. And we also got Lyndon B. Johnson, the U.S. president and vice president and Texas senator, and he proposed the Great Society. We have Yasser Arafat, the Palestinian Liberation Organization ruler. We also have Lester Young. Prez was his nickname, apparently, and he was a jazz tenor saxophonist. I'll tell you what, the jazz folks have all the cool names. I got Man Ray, the Dadaist painter, film maker, photographer, and object artist. We have Chief Mangosuthu Buthelezi. I was a Zulu Inkatha party leader. I think I got that pretty well, but we're going to butcher it anyway, just in case I didn't. We also have G.W. Pabst, was an Austrian film director of The Three Penny Opera. We also have Theodore Dreiser, a novelist of An American Tragedy. We also have Vincent Auriol, a French writer, lawyer, and statesman. Probably butchered that one there. We also have Alice Coltrane, a jazz pianist, harpist, and composer. Sri Chinmoy, an Indian spiritual teacher and flutist. We also have Pee Wee Herman, the TV actor and children's icon. But that wasn't his name. We all know it was Paul Rubens, and he just recently passed, from what I heard. I think that's right. But interesting, you share a birthday with old Paul Rubens. We also have Tuesday Weld, a film actress. Norman F. Ramsey, U.S. Nobel Prize-winning physicist and writer of Molecular Beans. That's right, beans like the legume there. Hannibal Hamlin, U.S. Vice President. Charles G. Dawes, a U.S. Vice President. Ira Levin, a novelist of Rosemary's Baby. Bob Kerrey, U.S. Senator of Nebraska and a Vietnam vet. And Martha Ray, a comedian, to take us out. And that has been those born on this day. All right, so you could be a jazz composer or philosopher. What else do we have in there? Oh, there was Nobel Prize winner. Yeah, let's just scoop the gamut there. In any event, hey, your season is summer. Your sign once again is Virgo, of the Virgo I period specifically, and your quality and element is mutable earth. And this has been your birthday, August 27th, the day of social ideals, from The Secret Language of Birthdays by Gary Goldschneider and you Stelfers. I have an affiliate link for this book down in the description if you want to pick you up a copy, dive in even further with your numbers, planets, other people's birthdays, your zodiac signs, etc. It makes a great coffee table book, especially if you want to get the conversation started for a party you might be having. It might be for better or worse, but it's going to break the ice, that's for sure. In any event, more importantly, hey, if it was your birthday today, I just want to once again say happy birthday. And if, like I said at the top of the hour there, if this finds you late, I hope you had a happy birthday. That's right. Now, for everyone else, I just want to say thanks for joining, and I hope to see you on your birthday. But don't forget now, your daily numbers. Your 6 and your 9. Or your 6 and your 3 for 9. That's right. Get out there. Let the universe show you it's got your back. And it's going to put things in line for you. Show you you're on the right path. All right, folks. Take care of yourselves, all right? And a happy birthday. That's most important there.